Hello, welcome to today's Voice of Greatness broadcast. My name is Joel Bryant and I'm your host. And today I just want to take a few moments to speak with you about the requirement and the prerequisite for having and making a successful journey toward greatness. Anytime you're going to take a journey, you really want to know where you're going and what the climate is like so you can dress accordingly so you can accommodate the elements that you're going to encounter. And if we're going to make a successful journey toward greatness, we have to be dressed for it. We have to get ready. And so today's broadcast is really about getting ready. It's about checking ourselves and evaluating ourselves and assessing whether or not we really have what it takes to make what I call the arduous ascent to the summit of success. Let me say that again slowly. Do you and I have what it takes to make the arduous ascent to the summit of success? Arduous simply means hard, difficult, and laborious. Now that may sound discouraging for most people because we live in an age where you're told that 90 days from now you can have your wildest dreams if you just buy this success program or attend this seminar and do this simple thing in 3 easy steps. Well, that may be true for some people, but for most of us that is not how it works. And so what we have to do is realize that we're making a journey. We're on a trek, T-R-E-K. We're on a path and we're on a pursuit that will take us through many avenues, many briars and brambles. But the key is, am I dressed to endure whatever hardships and heartaches that I'm going to encounter along the way? And so it's really about having the disposition for the dimension that you want to enter. Greatness, the pursuit of greatness, the attainment of greatness is about having the disposition for the dimension that you want to enter. Disposition means attitude. Do I have the attitude to achieve greatness? Am I willing to do whatever it takes inside of being right and moral to achieve my dreams? Am I willing to reject excuses, especially legitimate excuses? If we don't reject a legitimate excuse, we're not dressed for the journey toward greatness. Greatness is a dimension. It's another place. It's another plane. It's another plateau. It's another perspective. Because great people don't think like ordinary people. They don't have the mentality of average. So if we're going to make a journey toward greatness and want to have it successfully done, we have to have the right equipment. And it's really about our mental perspective, our emotional outlook. And a lot of people I find don't really commit themselves to their dreams. They talk about it, they want it, but they don't commit without reservation. Why do you say that, Joel? How do you know that? Because I look at their lives. I look at my own life when I thought I was committed to success. And I look at how when I ran into trouble and hardship, I would quit and get discouraged and disappointed. And I would lay it aside for a season only to come back to it later on. And it was one day I just made up my mind that no matter what happened in my life, I was going to achieve my dreams. That took me to being homeless for 3 months. Was that pleasant? No, it was very painful, but it was very instructive. But in that time, I began to acquire the disposition, the attitude for the dimension that I wanted to enter, which was greatness. And so for me, I don't accept excuses. I make them. I'm very good at making excuses, but I don't accept them because I realize if my excuse will cause me to escape from the path that I want, then I don't need that excuse. And a lot of people use excuses. And we'll get into some of that later on. But I really want to just kind of throw out some things now because it's really important that you check your bags. Are you packed? Are you ready? Are you willing to endure whatever it takes to get to where you need to be so that other people can be enriched, encouraged, and inspired? Because that's really what greatness is about. It's not just about our own self-satisfaction. It's about our ability to impact our society. And I don't know if you've checked or not lately, but our society is in desperate need of repair and reform and change. And you and I complain about it, but rather than complain, why not become an active participant in your particular time and space and helping to alter the circumstances that you see and that you say that you don't like? So this is a little long, but I'm really passionate for other people because most people really want and are capable of doing more than their circumstances allow and demonstrate. But they're stuck. They're sterile. They feel stunted. And they say, well, how do I get unstuck? Well, first get dressed. Are you willing to take hardship? Are you willing to be creative and innovative? Are you willing to downsize your life? Are you willing to change your friendship circle? Are you willing to change the time you spend watching sports and entertainment and take that time an hour a day and commit that time to the pursuit of your dream? That's what this is about. That's what successful people do. So I want to bring this to a close today because I just really want to throw some things out there. And it's mainly about, I want you to assess your readiness for this journey. Do you have the mentality of greatness? What is the mentality of greatness? We're going to talk about that. What is it about great people that enable them to do what you and I think is so magnificent? And we think that they've got a special set of genes that you and I didn't get. That's what we're going to talk about as we move through this broadcast. And I think the next broadcast, I'm going to really give you an outline for where we're going. But I want to leave you with this. Because every human being on this planet, I don't care if you claim you serve God or you serve yourself, it does not matter. You were born with a purpose, you have a destiny, and you have a desire inside of you to do more, be more, achieve more, have more than you presently have. I say it this way, getting ready, right? All of us share our own personal dream. We want to have the spotlight in life's mainstream. We long for our moment to perform on stage, imagining the time we finally come of age. Yet none should expect success to come instantly nor bright. We must prepare relentlessly while alone and out of sight. Whether you are a singer, a preacher, or an actress, you must develop your abilities further through preparation and practice. Only when you are prepared and equal to the task will life place you in the limelight to humbly serve and bask. Greatness is about service. It's about improving the human condition where you have been placed by the beneficent or the generous divinity that put us here. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. The question is, what are you doing today? Are you dressed for greatness? Are you willing to reject excuses? I challenge you to do this. Go on YouTube and pull up Jordan's video, Become Legendary. Now I know most of you have seen it before, but pull it up, Become Legendary, and think about that video. As you're watching the video, think about what he's saying in the context of your dreams. Think about what is stopping you from going to the next level, from leaving this dimension to going to another dimension. What's stopping you from having that disposition, that mental equipment, that emotional fortitude to become who you are? Watch Jordan's video, Become Legendary, and I'll be back again. And as time proceeds, I will talk a little bit more slower because I know I tend to be rapid in my rate of speech, and that's because I'm excited about the possibilities. But I want to make sure that I give you clarity, consistency, and quality information that will help you to become who you are. Until next time, thanks for watching the Voice of Greatness broadcast. I'm Joel Bryant, and have a great day. Bye-bye.